What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. Today we have a mirror match with Purrely. Both these players have been playing Purrely. One of them actually topped the regional. Show to Alex on the right here. And then we see Brian on the left. I think they're playing the exact same Purrely list. I could be mistaken if I'm not wrong. Before we dive into the comment trial, let's channel a lot. We're on the road to 10K. We are going to be seeing the player on the left go first. They're going to start off with a setting of a card. We're going to be seeing them activate the Happy. It has to protect a card, therefore you have to have one set. We're going to discard a copy of the Veiler here to summon out a copy of Purrely. Purrely is going to activate its effect, searching for a copy of the My Friend, and now we get to search for a bunch of cards. We're going to activate the My Friend Purrely, and then we're going to activate revealing a copy of Sleepy. That probably double Sleepy and like a Sleepy, Street, and Sleepy. Okay. And we're going to be choosing a copy here of, I guess we'll find out in a second. I believe that is a Sleepy there. Sleepy will be able to summon. And we're going to discard a copy of, or we're just not going to discard, okay. Then we're going to activate the effect of Purrely to summon up into the Purrely Noir. And we do have activation of the Delicious. We're going to chain Astro that, making sure that the Noir cannot attach. And then we're just going to pass turn on this. We're going to be seeing the effect of Noir going to be activated there, letting us try to draw a card. And they do chain a effect to summon here. We see the Purrely summoning out. That's going to be searching for a copy of My Friend. And then we do draw a card. Then we do rank up into the Yeep. And they have a chain of cross out here for that Yeep there, making so that we cannot get into the Noir. We're going to then activate the effect of the My Friend. Paying 500, getting hit with a copy of Ghost Ogre. Quite nice. We do have the rank up of Purrely to go up into a Beauty here. And this is most likely going to be a Zeus angle, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to be seeing a set one. No, so we're going to start trying to suck up those monsters. Sending the Rivalry to suck up that copy of the Noir. We're going to see them attack with the copy of the Beauty, and then go up into a copy of Zeus. Zeus is going to activate its effect, sending the copy of the My Friend to the graveyard, essentially making them essentially forced to top deck into something. We're going to be seeing them activate a copy of Pretty, I believe, discarding the copy of Veiler. Summon a copy of the Purrely once again. I do apologize for that glare. It's going to search for a copy of My Friend here. They're going to activate the effect of Purrely to then upgrade into the Beauty. And they are thinking they are going to chain Zeus here because they definitely don't want to make it so it's able to rank up. We're then going to be able to activate My Friend freely because, we're no longer going to be locked under that Zeus. It has 0 materials. And then we're going to be able to reveal multiple copies of... No, we're going to be activating My Friend, chaining the copy of Yeep here, which is fine because crosses negates the original effects on the field. They're hoping they hit a copy of Purrely at this point, and it looks like they do. They're going to normal summon the Purrely once again, and they're going to be able to rank up into a copy of... I'm not too sure which one, but they just attack... Then we're going to be activating an effect of Pretty. We're going to be gaining, sending to summon out a copy of Purrely. And My Friend's going to be able to search. It looks like we're thinking about Delicious, and maybe a Sleepy. I do want to apologize for the glare. I'm not too sure I can solve it at locals for that. We do see a Delicious being hit there, adding it to the hand. We can then activate the effect of the Purrely to go up into a copy of the Happy. And we're going to start adding a bunch of cards at this point. And it's going to be quite great. We're going to see Delicious going to be activated. We don't have a card to discard in the hand, but we will be able to attack with the Happy. Then search. Searching for delicious, chaining the happy, once again being able to attach, and having that additional attack, making them take some damage here, having the attack, and then going to be able to activate once again the search. We're going to search for another copy of happiness, activating the happiness to attach once again, making so they have an additional attack and an additional search. Or they're thinking here. I mean, it's going to be like a grind game at this point, so maybe you want to start adding the sleepies. And you're not going to get an attack in, but at that point, like it's pretty fine. So they are thinking with the sleepy there, but we're going to see them add a happy. They're going to activate the happy, attaching it once again, and then that's going to be able to make us have another attack. Then we're going to get a final search, most likely for that sleepy here. Or another happy. Okay, we're going to happy attach. Once again, I might as well, especially when we're going for a Mega Zeus. And at this point, we are going to then search for the copy of Sleepy. We won't be able to attach it this turn, I believe, with the Pretty, because we're going to add a copy of Street. That's going to be able to attach it, yeah. So in this case, it makes sense because we are going to be going for a copy of Enoir. And then we'll be able to spin back a bunch of those monsters. Or they're my friend. But they are thinking, like, do they want to go for this or do they want to go for another line? You have to go for an Enoir, because if they don't, like, they can't go for Zeus because they're going to be able to ascend their my friend, and it's going to be both on top decking mode. But, like, choosing to attach a Delicious over a Sleepy is very interesting to me. We're going to see them activate a copy of my friend, and we do chain the copy of Noir. Or we don't. Looked like for a second they were going to, but choosing to not is very interesting. I'm not even sure what they have on the field. Like, we're going to see a happy, sleepy, delicious. Or happy, sleepy, and pretty, I should say. But we're going to see the sleepy, discarding the copy of Valor here. Summoning out the Purrely. Purrely is going to activate its effect, searching for a copy of Street. Street's going to activate, and now they can't target our Purrely. We're going to be seeing the Delicious being attached with the Purrely to go up into a copy of Plump, and then Plump's going to be able to activate attaching 2 from the graveyard. And at this point, we're going to have some really weird effects, because if we start attaching their copies of the spells, we'll get their effects as well. We're going to be sucking up 2 of our spells in the graveyard with the Plump. Plump's going to then send a copy of a field spell to then attach their Street to it. Interestingly. I went to a Typhon. That makes sense. Okay. They're going to be seeing the Noir being made. Noir is going to be able to attach the My Friend because of the fact that it sends a copy of Typhon here. And we're just going to pass turn on this. Both of us sitting on a copy of Noir. Then we're going to be seeing them draw one in the standby phase because of the Noir. Or because of the effect of Sleepy underneath the Noir there. But we're going to be seeing the Noir go into attack position. And they are gaining a lot because of Double Delicious. They're going to attack over the Noir. Then we're going to be seeing the My Friend activate its effects, putting back 3 to the hand. I feel like we should just shuffle that back, right? There's no reason to not do that. They're going to see activating a Street end phase. We're going to be seeing the Sleepy being attached. I feel like we definitely should have just gotten rid of that, My Friend, to make it so that they are on top decking. They don't add back 3 of the field spells, but we might just be trying to deck them out at this point. They have put back the Yeep, so it is going to be kind of hard for them to kind of win this. We see a My Friend search once again. If we just sit on this big Noir, it's not going to really make a difference for us. We're not threatened at all by anything that they make. Like, they're kind of forced to go into another copy of Noir, and once they start burning through their extra deck, they have a bunch of dead draws. Like, we see Prosperity being a dead draw now that we've gone through so much. We have only one Noir left in the extra deck. Crossout not being the greatest. We see the Purrely, unfortunately, not hit. We hit Purrely, Crossout, and then a Imperm. It's like, then you start adding the hand traps as well. Like, those are all just dead draws. There's so many dead draws into the deck that trying to be able to beat over a Mega Noir, like this Noir is gaining 300 for every material twice, so it's gaining 600, and I believe it has 8 materials, so it's gaining quite a bit. It's at like 48 plus whatever its base stat is. We're going to see them make a Plump here, and then Plump's going to attempt to attach both of them, but it does not get to. They're going to put one back, so it gets to suck up only one. Then we're going to activate a talent to draw 2 more cards here. And like, our deck is looking very, very thin. We're going to see Happy activate, discarding a Prosperity. That's definitely going to be dead. Summon out a copy of Purrely. Purrely will then activate. And we turn the cards around that we are protecting, by the way, if anyone's wondering why we see those cards being flipped. It's really to protect the, to know which ones they're targeting. We're going to be seeing Delicious going to be activated there, attached with the Plump. And we're going to start to beat over things eventually. We're going to activate the effect of the... What's banishing it? I had zero clue what's banishing that. You're going to be seeing Street going to attach with the Plump. But we don't have a... Like, are we really worried about losing our Noir here by spinning back that Plump before they make their own Noir? Now they're going to make their Noir here, so now we have 2 unaffected Noirs on the field. Then we're going to be seeing the Purrely come back. I'm not exactly sure which effect did that one there. But they're going to attack into the Purrely, and we're going to be seeing it just die. Then we're going to activate a Street. Street's going to go to place really whatever we want to. Placing a copy of Pretty onto it. Make it so that eventually we can start sending the stuff, and they're just going to draw one off the copy of the Noir. We're going to see a Prosperity here. That's crazy. And we're going for 6. We got nothing left in our extra deck. We're going for 6 off Prosperity. That's crazy. We definitely need to search for an out here, so it looks like they grabbed it quite quickly. We're going to be seeing a Street going to be activated, and we're going to set one. We're going to activate the effect of the Plump going to attach. We're going to attach the copy of the Street, and then My Friend's going to activate, paying 500 once again to search for a Pretty and a Happy and something else. But like, our deck is so tiny, like, deck out becomes such a real option. And how are they going to be able to deal with this Noir? They pretty much are forced to go into like a double Delicious again. We're going to be seeing the Street attach the Sleepy, and then we're going to be drawing one here as well. Setting one, then we're going to see the effect Send to attach the Street off that Pretty. We definitely don't need Dark Roller no more, but just going to pass turn on this, and like, we are going to we're going to admit defeat here, knowing that, our opponent is just going to be decking us out at this point. The Streets have been lost, but unfortunately we're not catching no strays. Their Delicious is attached underneath the opponent's Noir, therefore making it gain significant attack. They're not going to be able to attach their copies of one of them's gone already, but they're not going to be able to have access to the other one, or they already have access to one, but they're not going to be able to, the opponent is not going to get rid of those deliciouses to make it so that their opponent can beat over it. Therefore, it's like you're not going to be able to essentially beat over that copy of the Noir here. It's going to just sit there and just get bigger and bigger. And then essentially when something threatens the board, they're just going to wipe it away, which is why we saw them just kind of sitting on it. The Purrely matchup, mirror match is very interesting. We saw a copy of Crossout definitely shining there. While yes, you lose your copy of Yeep, making your opponent, which tastes resources, at this point they just said it, so we kind of lost a card from their hand. But being able to just burn through one of their Yeeps is just essentially huge. But diving into game 2, we're going to be seeing the player on the left make the other player choose to go first here. Definitely not what they expected, hoping maybe to catch them off guard and maybe trying to hit a crossout of their own. But diving on in, we see a copy of Prosperity being activated. Yeah, I don't really know if you want to make Purrely ever go first. I feel like that's kind of I mean, if we're siding into those board breakers, I understand that like that could be really good. For us, it definitely can make sense. I just don't really think that's a very safe option there, knowing how big Purrely can get. But we're going to be seeing Street's going to be activated, then we're going to activate a copy of the Field Spell, or we're going to be seeing activating one of the Quick Play spells to summon a copy of Purrely here. Purrely is going to be able to search for My Friend. My Friend is going to be able to then activate, and we see the copy of Yeep, Sleepy, and a Delicious. And we already have a Sleepy in the graveyard, which is going to be able to attach off the Purrely here. And I feel like we just don't care. It's when we add. We see a Crow and Ash in the hand, and we did not hit that Yeep. We're going to be seeing the effect of Purrely to go up into a Enor. Then we're going to activate the Sleepy. This is going to be crazy. And they do have a DD Crow. Now, it's not going to be very good, but it's going to essentially stop that copy of Yeep, or stop that copy of Yeep being set by that Baby Noir here. But we are going to be thinking, do we have a crossout Chain Crow? Now we're going to let that resolve. We're going to set one, and Street's going to be setting, placing the Street under, or the Sleepy underneath it. So now having a double draw here off of the Baby Noir. We do see a My Friend. My Friend's going to reveal Pretty, Sleepy, and Sleepy. Okay. And then we see a Street being activated. Which we're going to be summoning a copy of Purrely. Purrely is going to be able to activate the search for a copy of Yeep, or Purrely here. We're searching for a copy of Purrely. And then we see a DD Crow on the Happy. We're going to normal summon with a copy of Purrely. And do they hit that with a crossout? They do hit that with the crossout there. Maybe only having the DD Crow in the hand, so they couldn't cross it out turn 0. But that's going to be unfortunate for us. And we also are losing a copy of the Purrely here. But if we out that copy of the Noir, they will be able to summon and add back. Now, granted, they're adding back, and their summoning is not going to do that much because they are cross-outed under their copy of Purrely. But being able to summon a Purrely is going to be quite nice. We see them go up into an Anima to go just up into an SP. SP is going to be able to banish the My Friend. That's very interesting. Stopping the follow-up and just passing turn on this, Street's going to be able to attach. And they're going to chain the copy of the Noir. Maybe we shouldn't have activated the Street. It might be mandatory, though, to be activated. I'm not exactly sure. We are going to be seeing the Street, going to be sending a copy of Purrely. And then we're going to be adding a copy of My Friend. I am going to take a second to read to make sure that I am not mistaken that the field spell is not mandatory. Once you're in phase, you can target. So I guess it is, not mandatory there, but we're going to see the My Friend activating. Then we're going to be seeing a happy being sending a copy of Prosperity to protect that copy of the My Friend, summoning out the copy of Purrely. Now Purrely is still going to be activated, which is going to be able to activate the effect to then reveal 3. And they are thinking about this. Let it go through. And we do see a copy of Happiness being added. That's going to be crazy because Purrely can upgrade into a copy of Happy and they can start just going ham here. So they're going to chain the copy of SP, and they have the Ghost Ogre for this. Oh, that's crazy, which is going to go into a Happy. Now, they can't die because, it can't just search for everything, but they can just start attacking slowly. We're going to be seeing the effect of the Happy being able to search, adding a copy of the Pretty. Then we're going to attack with the copy of the Baby Noir, and then we're going to attack with the copy of Purrely here, or Purrely here. Just deal some damage. We're going to go up into our own copy of SP, most likely. But first, we're going to activate a copy of the Pretty here. We're not going to discard because we don't actually have any more, or we do have 2 more targets, okay. Then we're going to summon out a copy of the Purrely. Purrely's going to be able to activate the effect, searching for a copy of Yeet. And this is going to be quite, I think honestly, this is going to be the end of the game. We're going to be seeing the effect of the Pretty going to be sending the copy of Purrely to then attach the copy of My Friend. And then we're going to be able to upgrade up into another copy of Happiness. Then we're going to be able to attach the copy of Sleepy. And then we're going to just pass turn. We're going to see the opponent draw for turn, standby phase, drawing additional card. And then we're going to be activating the Pure Yeep to go up into a Noir, which then will let us add another card, and this cannot be targeted. So then we're going to be activating the effect of the Delicious, and we put back, we summon out a copy of Purrely here, and then Purrely is going to be able to search for a copy of Purrely. We're then going to be seeing the Purrely going to activate its effects targeting the copy of Pretty, and we do spin that back to the bottom of the deck, but then we can access the Purrely to normal summon, which can then let us search, or letting us add, we're adding a copy of, I believe that was Pretty. We're going to activate a copy of My Friend, pay 500, and it's going to let us search. We're not threatened by this copy of My Friend at all, but adding Happy, and a Sleepy to the hand. If they do activate the copy of Purrely, we probably are going to chain the Noir to bounce, which we are going to be seeing, or not to bounce, but to put back. And then we just admit defeat, knowing that we kind of just lose at this. We're going to be able to just game them next turn. It's like, My Friend, are they going to continue here? Okay. Summon a Purrely. Then we're going to be hitting, they say the game's not over. But now the game is over and they go, super crossed out there. And definitely, not worth it. Having 2 My Friends in the hand is not going to do very much. But we see the Purrely player on the right side end up 2-0ing their opponent, with that crossout game 1 being crazy, and crossout game 2 being pretty nice. Not being able to cross out the copy of DD Crow, but hitting a Purrely can be, make or break the game just as much as that copy of Yeep, which is why maybe we saw them, they did play at the regionals as well, and the player on the right, Alex, won that as well. So maybe just knowing a little bit more about the deck, or just having better hands. I think it's a better hand myself. But regardless, if you're watching the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, some more content like this. Stay safe. Peace.